have had damage, but this isn't covered by private insurance or the Small Business Administration, but they still need your help. And we know that times are tough right now, but any donation that you can give will be very appreciated. And it is going to people who maybe you saw them in the streets and you said, hey, what can I do to help you? What you can do is pick up the phone and call. Again, those numbers on your screen, 854-3636. Also our website, Wpri.com. Donating only takes a couple of minutes, and you will be making a difference for people who were devastated by this historic flooding. For now, we are live with the telethon, and we hope to hear from you later tonight. Mike, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Erin.
Right now, the Rhode Island Flood Recovery Fund Telethon is raising money to help. Let's check in with Erin Kennedy, who's live at the telethon with an update. Erin?
Karen, I have some fantastic news tonight. We have raised $30,000 tonight. It's an incredible show of generosity from Rhode Islanders, and every dollar is appreciated. I know we're not on air from 7 to 9, but I want to mention too that Amica is doing a dollar-for-dollar match from 7 to 9 tonight, up to $10,000. So we would love to keep those phone calls coming in through the night. I'd also like to share some other numbers with you. This is from FEMA. FEMA and the SBA have approved $28 million in loans and grants already. They've had 20,000 applicants to date, and they've inspected 18,000 homes, and they have fewer than 1,000 left to inspect. So there have been a lot of people who have been affected by this flooding, as we all know. I have another heartwarming story to tell you about. If you're watching the 5 o'clock news tonight, Naked Nwosu did a story about a local mother who was forced out of her home with her 2 sons, and they've been living in the Best Western since. And tonight we got a phone call from a woman who said that she'd love to contact that family. She wants to help them directly. And this is the same kind of thing, because any dollar that you give tonight, you are directly helping families who are affected by this flooding. It's not going anywhere else, it's staying in state. And now I'd like to turn to Carl Sherrill, who is with the SBA. Carl, you've been very busy lately, and you've seen a lot of the damage firsthand. Can you tell us why it was important for you to be here tonight?
Well, it's important to man in working disasters how strong the communities are, and I know from being here in Rhode Island for the past couple of weeks how strong the people are that live here.
Carl, thank you very much. We appreciate your time. And we are strong, and we are very generous, so please call those numbers on your screen, 401-854-3636. You can also go to our website at Wpri.com, and thank you so much for your generous donations. Karen, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Erin. Now let's head back out live to our own Erin Kennedy, who's at phone banks with an update. Erin?
Karen, remember at the top of the show I told you that we had raised $30,000. That number right now is at 35. So people, the phones, as you can see, every phone line is busy right now, but we want to remind people to keep calling because this goes until 11:30 tonight. You have those phone numbers on your screen. You can also donate online at Wpri.com. It's very easy. It only takes a couple of minutes. And every penny that you donate is going to stay in state. It's going to help people with their recovery costs, with the gaps that aren't covered by FEMA, private insurance, or the Small Business Administration. And every penny, you know, you might have a neighbor who said, oh, thank you so much for helping me clear out my basement. And you're happy to help, but you're wondering, what more can I do? Well, what you can do is pick up the phone and call. And maybe we can show you some of the people, because this is sponsored by, as you said, the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association. So you might recognize some familiar faces. We did speak with Alan Fung earlier and Mayor Scott Avedisian. You can see Pete Mangione on the phone. Susan Hogan is also here. And I know we're going to have a lot more people coming out later. And I want to remind everybody that United Way is making sure that the money that you donate tonight is helping with the immediate needs and also long-term recovery, because as we know, the floods aren't in the headlines so much anymore, but that doesn't mean that the need is any less great. So anything that you can donate will be very appreciated, but please give generously. Karen, back to you.
It's live in Providence now from the telethon with the latest on how things are going there. Erin?
Mike, I have some fantastic news. We are actually at $106,000 tonight. So the first thing that we all need to say tonight is thank you, everyone who's donated already. And for those of you who haven't donated, maybe you've been watching, tonight is a great time to pick up the phone and call the number right there on your screen, 1-800-639-0036. You can also go to our website at foxprovidence.com. It only takes a few minutes to make a donation. And keep in mind that that donation that you make, 100% of it is going to go toward helping local families who've been affected by these floods. There are a lot of families who maybe they had a lot of damage, but FEMA or private insurance or the Small Business Association can't pick up the difference. So that's what your money tonight is going to do. And an expert on that topic right now is Tony Maione with United Way. And Tony, thank you so much tonight already for all the help, but it's really important that people call tonight. We're here till 11:30.
We're really grateful. $106,000, probably 1,300 donors, something north of that right now. but we still have an hour and a half to go, and we still need to raise the total because we can use every penny we can raise tonight.
And I know that a priority with United Way is focusing on immediate needs and also long-term goals.
Right. What will happen is there's a big influx of resources in the immediate time frame, and gradually those will be withdrawn. And we're hoping that this fund will have a life long enough to be able to help people over the mid to longer term as new needs develop that we may not even know about right now.
So what do we say to those people who've been watching us tonight and they're thinking about it but they haven't done it yet?
Well, we say it's time. Pick up the phone, make a call, light up the lines, and let's raise $150,000 tonight.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You've laid down the gauntlet.
All right.
Thank you very much, Tony Maroney. We appreciate your time. And as he said, now is the perfect time to give. We know that Rhode Islanders are very generous. There's no reason not to call right now. We've done amazing stories. You might have seen Nick Nwosu's story earlier tonight about a mother who she lost her home. She's been at a Best Western with her 2 children ever since the floods. We had a woman call in who wants to help that family directly, and that's exactly what this is about tonight. You are directly helping local families. You're helping your neighbors get back on their feet. And I also wanted to let you know there was a business tonight, Cigar Masters in Providence. They called in. They wanted everybody to know that if you go and buy a cigar this weekend, that they're going to donate 10% of the profits to the flood recovery here tonight. So we're a small state, but we're a generous state. So please give what you can. Again, that number, 1-800-639-0036. You can also go to our website at foxprovidence.com. And please check back in with us later because we really hope, like Tony said, that we can meet that goal of $150,000. Thank you very much already for your generosity. Mike, back to you.
All right, thanks, Erin. Well, things have returned to normal. Big game. Plus, who is the hottest quarterback in the NFL? For all of this and more, Eyewitness News reporter Erin Kennedy joins us live from the University of Phoenix Stadium in the middle of all the Patriots' intensity.
Hi, Mike. That's exactly it. It was a frenzy here today. Everybody moving around, and it's only going to get busier. So as everyone keeps piling into and through the stadium, security is very serious. In fact, even the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is getting involved. As thousands of people, packages, and vehicles file into the University of Phoenix Stadium.
And don't forget to check your information.
Security is at an all-time high.
You know, that's what we're here for. We want to make sure that nothing bad gets into the venue that can harm people.
Roger Meyer with the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol explains everything that goes into keeping the stadium safe.
The skills our officers use day in and day out protecting the border are being applied here protecting this game. So we're real happy to be part of that.
Any weapons or anything like that? No.
That means before this row of trucks can even gain access, the drivers are wanded, their trucks searched and sniffed by bomb dogs, and finally, don't forget the gamma ray scan.
We've had to take a closer look.
And we can't show you exactly what's going on inside that security truck as it scans these trucks, but we can show you an image that it's taken in the past, looking for anything that might be suspicious. Local police are calling this kind of help a powerful and successful coalition.
Not one agency can obviously handle the security that's needed for this kind of event or the events leading up to game day.
And this is the 4th Super Bowl that U.S. Customs has worked. Now moving from security to politics and sports, the two could collide if the Pats win Super Bowl 42. If the New England favorites beat the New York Giants, Boston Mayor Tom Menino says the victory parade would most likely be held on the same day that Massachusetts holds its primary election. Here's the problem. The team will not arrive back in Beantown to have a parade on Monday, but come Wednesday, a number of players, including quarterback Tom Brady, are scheduled to leave for the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. That means the only day to have the parade would be Super Tuesday. Holding the parade on that day would pose a number of concerns. The city is required to assign police officers to all voting precincts, but hundreds more would be required for crowd control during a parade. Along with the excellence and excitement that comes with the Pats continuing their path to perfection, the Better Business Bureau advises sports fans to be on the lookout for scams when buying tickets for the big game. These are some tips that you probably should follow. Know the name, address, and phone number of the business you're buying the tickets from, and be sure to get the details in writing. That includes the price of the tickets and the cancellation policies. And book travel packages through a travel agent. Super Bowl tickets are the hottest tickets to buy right now, and so thieves may try to scam you. And now a good story. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest quarterback of them all? I'd say Tom Brady, but if you guessed that, you might want to guess again. According to a Boston-based online poll, a dating service, Baltimore Ravens backup quarterback Kyle Bowler ranked #1 on the list. Brady came in 7th and finished behind Giants quarterback Eli Manning. I think we should do a recount on that one. And of course, count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the path to perfection. We will bring you live reports from Arizona all week right here on Eyewitness News, plus Super Bowl coverage on Wpri.com. And remember, our sister station Fox Providence is the only place to catch Super Bowl 42. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. on Sunday. And I will be back in less than half an hour to take you behind the scenes inside Media Day, which is just an absolute frenzy. You want to stick around for that. For now, we are live in Glendale. Erin Kennedy, Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Erin. New citizens, moments of appreciation.
Live at the University of Phoenix Stadium in Arizona. Erin.
Patrick, as you said, Media Day is a chance for all of us reporter types to talk to as many players as we can. And as you said, and as you know, it is a wild free-for-all. Take a look. Take it all in. Media Day, a sea of reporters, TV, radio, print, international media. It's a madhouse or a fun house, depending on how you look at it.
A Mexican designer makes for me, a very famous designer. So I bring it, and I'm dressed like a bride.
You have your bride who came here with the intention of proposing to Tom Brady.
No, he told me no.
You have Kelly Pickler of American Idol fame. In case you can't tell, she's trying to get these Pats players to put on her high heels. And don't forget, you have the players and Belichick himself, which is the entire point of Media Day. And when they're not answering serious sports questions, they are enjoying the frenzy themselves.
Thank you for all the support, and we're going to bring it home.
I think it's one of those things, it's your mindset and how you look at it, you know. For me, this is my first one, so the perspective of, hey, enjoy the ride, take it all in, absorb it. I know for some of these other guys that have done this 4 or 5 times, it might be a bit of a hassle, but...
And this guy, who won't tell us his age, has been with the Giants for 60 years, and he has seen his fair share of media days and says it's only gotten crazier.
It's astounding. I mean, it's just great. I mean, you know, people are all over the place. Media, we didn't have this kind of media. We had 2 or 3 people running around. Now you have, it seems like thousands of people here today.
And you have to give the girl props for proposing to Brady. Even though he did say no, he's going to stick with Giselle. She did tell me, though, that now she plans on proposing to Eli Manning. Got to give her some credit for that. For now, we are live in Glendale. Erin Kennedy, Eyewitness News.
Yeah, Brady's.
I'm Erin Kennedy, live in Glendale, Arizona. A party for the Patriots, a surprising marriage proposal, and not 1 but 2 possible jinxes against the Pats. All those stories coming up.
But first, we're busy right now with the... Let's get right to Eyewitness News anchor Erin Kennedy, one of the luckiest gals in town. She's following the team and joins us live from Glendale, Arizona with more on today's developments. Good evening, Erin.
You said it, Steve. Hello, how you doing? We're missing you out here, and as you know, we are 2,500 miles from home, but we found this little club in Arizona that amid the screaming, the jerseys, and all the cheering, it feels just like home. And Andre will actually find out on Saturday whether he made it into the Hall of Fame. Of course, we will let you know. Moving on to other Patriots pandemonium. Earlier today, members of all the media junkets came together for Media Day, and more than 4,500 credentials have been issued to the press to cover the big game this week. And among all the hoopla, some serious questions were asked. One person never afraid to speak out, wide receiver Randy Moss. While he wasn't talking about his personal problems, he was talking about Tom Brady's ankle injury.
I mean, he's hurt. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, of course, I mean, he's a quarterback. You know, Tom Brady's hurt, he's injured. And, you know, he's made a great recovery to try to come back and play in this game. So all I can say is what I see every day is what everyone else sees, and hopefully he'll be out here with us Sunday. That's all I can say.
And another story, some superstitious Pat fans are holding their breath tonight, not about Tom Brady's ankle, about 2 possible jinxes that could derail their historic run. The first may have been avoided, though. Amazon.com has announced it has stopped the pre-sale of a book called 19-0, the historic championship season of New England's unbeatable Patriots. It was put together by the Boston Globe, with a rep for the paper saying today that they wanted to be prepared in case the Pats won. In all fairness, there was also a book on the site for a Giants victory, but now they have both been removed. And the city of Boston is already planning a victory parade. Mayor Thomas Menino says it will most likely be held on Super Tuesday. That's the same day that Massachusetts residents head to the polls to vote in the presidential primary. Organizers say the team won't be back on Monday, and several players are scheduled to leave for the Pro Bowl on Wednesday. Of course, stay with us for more continuing coverage of Super Bowl 42. Coming up, we talk to you about the Media Day question that Tom Brady was asked that has everyone talking about him. Plus, a member of the New York Giants has nearly guaranteed a victory on Sunday. Find out who that is on the Twin River Sports Wrap. That's just ahead. And for all that information and all the coverage that we've been doing, just check out our website, foxprovidence.com. For now, we are live in Glendale, Arizona. Erin Kennedy, Eyewitness News.
Way to go, Erin. Now back home, Eyewitness News anchor Erin Kennedy once again joins us. She's live in Glendale, Arizona, having too much fun and lots more.
Steve, as you just said, Media Day is just very wild. Anything goes. It's actually a chance for reporters to ask players as many questions as they can, what they can, but it is just a free-for-all. Anything goes, even marriage proposals. And with as crazy as everything was, the one thing that everybody is talking about is this girl from Mexico who showed up dressed from head to toe, veil included, in a designer wedding gown, and she just had one question for Tom Brady.
To the woman in the wedding dress. Are you really? Wow, I've never had a proposal. What's your name first? Inez, a beautiful name, Inez. What's... I got a few Miss Brady's in my life. You could be? No, I'm a one-woman man. But you're beautiful, and anybody who would have the opportunity to marry you would be a lucky man. Sure, I'd love that shirt.
Tom is so smooth, isn't he? So he did say no. I guess he's going to be sticking with Giselle. So my chances are out, too. For now, we are live in Glendale. Erin Kennedy, Eyewitness News.
Now, wait a second, Erin. You can't blame the girl for trying. I mean, all the girls think that Tom's just so darn cute.
He's beautiful, and if anything, the girl's actually tenacious because she said that even though Tom Brady said no, that now she's going to go after Eli Manning. So, you know, maybe she'll get some luck somewhere. Who knows?
All right, thank you very much. I hope we find out who won those Patriots tickets a little bit later. We're learning new details back home.
Out there on Sunday, and Erin Kennedy was out on the town in Phoenix tonight. She joins us live now from Arizona with much more.
Patrick, we are 2,500 miles away from home right now, but we did find this little club in Arizona that between the screaming, the cheering, and all the jerseys, it feels just like home.
P-A-T-S, Pats, Pats, Pats.
Ever wonder what Patriots Nation looks like in Arizona?
#1 all the way, JD!
Young and old, some tattooed, these Pats fans bleed red, white, and blue.
I'm predicting that the Patriots will totally win. I think it's going to be about 100 million to 0.
I've been a fan since day one, a season ticket holder since 1963.
And hopefully, knock on wood, because I have to do that, the word perfect will be underneath it on Monday.
They're gonna win.
This club is one of the few actually sanctioned by the Pats, which is why team owners Bob and Jonathan Kraft decided to stop by for a very warm and overwhelming welcome.
We have a wonderful group of fans, and they're very active, and now we got to do our part on Sunday, make them proud to be Patriot fans in Arizona.
It's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. It's great to know that we have this much fan support out here in Arizona.
Even Andre Tippett made the journey. Tippett, a former Pats linebacker who had 100 sacks in his 10-year career, a claim to fame that didn't go unnoticed here. So how do you reward the most rabid Pats fans outside New England? Try 2 tickets to the Super Bowl.
Never won anything, so I just can't believe it.
This is pretty big.
This is awesome. My sister's going to die.
Rewarding all those rabid Arizona fans. And just to let you know, Andre will find out on Saturday whether he's made it into the Hall of Fame. And of course, we will let you know. For now, we are live in Glendale. Erin Kennedy, Eyewitness News.
All right, Erin, the Media Day madness was today, and when it comes to...
She joins us now live from the University of Phoenix Stadium with more on the NFL experience. Hi, Erin.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? As you know, this entire thing is an experience, but there is actually an officially sanctioned park where today the kids got a chance to see exactly what it would be like to be a professional athlete, and they had a blast.
We come back here and then we go back.
Welcome to Kids Day at the NFL experience, where kids get the chance to be a football player. That helmet seems really big.
It is very big because I don't have a big head.
And football players, even #1 quarterbacks like David Garrard, get the chance to be a kid again.
A lot of fun, a lot of fun. You know, it allows me to kind of be a kid again. Right. And I'm really just a big kid anyway.
So part of the whole NFL experience is seeing exactly what it feels like to be a Patriots player. And I got to say, it feels pretty good. Feels real good.
I tried. These are really heavy. I mean, I had a hard time getting it back and forth.
Even the volunteers can't help but get involved in the Super Bowl action.
And it's just like one big happy family.
So while these kids learn how to punt, toss, and run. Now, who are you rooting for the Super Bowl?
Patriots.
They're also learning several other important life lessons.
I'm telling them to stay in school, make sure they do that, because they're not going to be able to be a professional athlete if they don't, and the grades are very important. But really just to come out here and have fun, you know.
And for the rest of the week, us adults will actually get a chance to live out our football fantasies. Also, Super Bowl 42 here at the University of Phoenix Stadium has a chance for making history. There is a strong chance that this could be the most watched Super Bowl ever. Fox is shooting for a record number of viewers. The most people to watch a Super Bowl was set back in 1996, and that's when the Dallas Cowboys beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. More on the path to perfection. The Patriots are remembering their friend and former teammate Marquise Hill. The defensive lineman and former second-round draft pick died in a jet ski accident in Louisiana last May. Hill was number 91 when he played for the mighty Pats. Hill left behind his fiancée and 2-year-old son. All of the Patriots have been honoring Hill this season by wearing a black circle decal with his number 91 on their helmets. And also, one Foxborough resident is now the proud owner of 2 Super Bowl tickets. His name is Paul Farmer, and he's a firefighter, and he won that raffle. That raffle was sponsored by Patriots Place, which is located right next to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. More than 5,000 people entered the raffle hoping to win. But here is the lucky winner. Paul Farmer will be in Glendale, Arizona Sunday to see the Pats take on the New York Giants, which I am sure will be the game of a lifetime for this diehard fan. And a friendly Super Bowl wager between the mayors of New York and Boston is pitting Manhattan clam chowder against New England clam chowder. Mayor Michael Bloomberg and Mayor Thomas Menino are rooting for their hometown teams in the game between the Giants and the Patriots on Sunday. In the bet, the loser will donate food to charity. If the Patriots win, Bloomberg will send Manhattan clam chowder, pastrami sandwiches, New York pizzas, and lemon ice. If the Giants win, Menino will send New England clam chowder, Dunkin' Donuts coffee, Boston cream pies, and Brigham's ice cream. And if you want to save some money shopping for your Super Bowl 42 party, retailer Walmart is slashing prices 10 and 30% on groceries, electronics, and other products. In addition to the extra discounts, the retailer said it will offer no interest for 18 months on purchases of $250 or more with a Walmart credit card. Now more fun facts about how the Pats and the Giants all fit together for this big picture of the Super Bowl. The showdown between the two teams is the 12th Super Bowl to feature 2 teams that met during the regular season. And this is only the second time that the 2 Super Bowl teams have met in the final game of the regular season. And you may also remember the Giants and the Pats faced off in the final game of this year's preseason. And as you know, the Pats won that game 27-20. Another fact, the Pats have 20 players with Super Bowl experience on their current roster. The Giants only have 3. And finally, Tom Brady is one of 4 players with multiple Super Bowl MVP awards. A lot of stuff going on out here. Mike, what do you think about all that?
Well, Erin, you look pretty good in that football uniform. You going to be able to try any of those games?
Thank you. Oh yeah, no, I was going to try and push those things over, but I didn't want to mess up the kids. Didn't want to show them up or anything, you know.
All right, thanks, Erin Kennedy.
Thanks,
Looks like
Mike.
you're having a ball out there in Arizona for Super
I
Bowl
am.
42.
Exactly, and the other thing that we can't complain about is this weather, and I actually wanted to talk to Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca about that because, Tony, it's gorgeous. We want to know if that dome's going to be open or closed on Sunday.
Well, right now it looks like some rain showers coming up on Sunday in Arizona, but judging by the way Erin is dressed, it's very comfortable in Phoenix today with temperatures in the upper 50s. Let's talk Super Bowl weather and fly you down into Arizona, where it's a nice day today, upper 50s to near 60, but some of our computer charts are indicating that on Sunday for the game, clouds rolling in with at least some light rain showers, temperatures at around 55 to 60. We actually have a weather camera and weather instruments located in Phoenix. In fact, we're taking a live look now in Phoenix right now with partly sunny skies and breezy conditions. At the Children's Hospital in Phoenix right now, the temperature is 56, so rather comfortable after a low this morning down to 40. So those locals who are lucky enough to be heading down to Phoenix in the next couple of days, just dress for mild days and cool nights. Daytime highs upper 50s to low 60s, and nighttime temperatures dropping into the 30s and 40s. But right now we're anticipating some rain showers for Super Bowl Sunday with temperatures in the upper 50s. Erin, when you come back, try to bring some of that milder weather with you. I'll have your local forecast coming up in a few minutes, but in the meantime, we'll send it back to Glendale, Arizona, and Erin Kennedy.
Thanks, Tony. I was actually just working on maybe bringing back a tan. Of course, you can always count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the Pats and their path to perfection. Also, all week, we are going to be bringing you reports live from Arizona right here on Eyewitness News, plus exclusive Super Bowl coverage on Wpri.com. And our sister station, Fox Providence, is the only place to catch Super Bowl 42. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. on Sunday. And of course, I will be back in just under 30 minutes with another phenomenal story. Coming up at 6, these nuns are renting out their convent to fans. It's a great story. You want to stick around for that. For now, though, we are going to send it out to Eyewitness News Jam Cam Traffic with Mike Sheridan. Mike, how are the roads out there in the Ocean State?
Well, the roads in the Ocean State are dark, for one thing.
I'm Erin Kennedy, live in Glendale, Arizona. Football and prayer have always gone hand in hand, but for some fans who needed a place to stay here, it's giving Hail Marys a whole new meaning. That story's coming up.
And we begin with the Target 12 Crime Tracker.
She's got the details on the hottest spot for fans heading out west, and I hear it's a convent. Erin, please explain.
Patrick, it is, and you know that maybe you're already lucky enough to have scored the Super Bowl tickets, but you haven't found the place to stay. Some hotel rooms around here are going for triple the rate, but for some fans, they have already found the perfect sanctuary. It looks like a slice of heaven, a great place to kick off your Super Bowl stay, except this is no hotel. Sister Linda Campbell and the Benedictine nuns decided with the big game just 3 miles away, a fundraiser for their new facility was in store. So they're turning Our Lady of Guadalupe Monastery into a blessed bed and breakfast.
We thought that we could offer the monastery at a more reasonable price and still be able to make something that would help us pay back the loans.
For $250 a night, guests can stay in the St. Monica room or the deluxe St. Anne suite. Satellite TV in the common area, Wi-Fi, and continental breakfast are included. There's no pool or hot tub, there's no curfew, but there are some rules.
We're asking that there be no alcohol in the premises and no smoking.
Sister Linda started putting the good word out last year that their rooms were available, but they had no takers.
Last week I was thinking, I'm not so sure this is going to work because we haven't heard from anybody.
But they say God works in mysterious ways. Once the sister story got out nationally, the phone started ringing. And now the nuns are just excited to greet their guests and plan their own Super Bowl party. They, too, are huge football fans.
It's not uncommon on a Sunday afternoon to be in a convent living room or community room, and sports will be on.
Amen to that. And in case you do want to pray for divine intervention, the monastery, of course, does have a chapel. For now, we are live in Glendale. Erin Kennedy, Eyewitness News.
All right, Erin, thanks. Our cover.
And I'm Eyewitness News anchor Erin Kennedy, live in Glendale, Arizona. A native Rhode Islander who's keeping the Pat spirit alive and well right here in the Valley of the Sun. That story and more coming up.
News anchor Erin Kennedy's been live in Arizona having a great time all week, and tonight she once again joins us with a lot more from Glendale. Good evening, Erin.
Hi, Steve. It really is a small world out here. We met up with this Rhode Island native who says she moved out here and now she has the best of both worlds. She has the palm trees and the sun, and right now she has the Pats right in her backyard. You can take the girl out of West Warwick, but that doesn't mean she won't still cheer on the Pats here in Glendale, Arizona.
That's why I decorated all my red, white, and blue.